very excited to present this week's CPEP speaker, Valerie Stull. She's both at SAGE and Community Environmental Sociology, and has been on campus for a while, and I think has been working along these research themes for quite some time now, so very excited to hear about this. And with that, I think I'll turn it over.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Paul. Hi, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Again, I'm Valerie Stull. I'm a faculty associate here at UW. And funny enough, I gave a talk here in 2015, which at least one member of the audience was present for. But that talk was about insects as food for people. And today I'm going to focus a little bit on insects as feed and using them to address sustainability challenges, particularly food waste. So I want to preface this talk by saying this is not a research talk. I'm not going to present data to you. Instead, I'm just going to talk through kind of big issues that I've been thinking about in this space for more than 10 years, and also a new project that's emerging at UW that we're looking for collaborators on. So some of you may be interested in that. So I always think it's important to frame my work kind of with a global food systems, agricultural challenges perspective. So I'll start by doing that, and of course we could spend all day just talking about the challenges in the ag system. And many of you may be aware, agriculture is the primary way that we as humans are altering the surface of the earth and the environment. We use 40% of ice-free land space for food production. That includes fiber, livestock grazing, and food for people. In the process of doing that, we are generating about 30% of human-induced greenhouse gas emissions from the process of growing food and producing animals. We are also using 70% of all the fresh water that people use exclusively for agriculture. So this is a climate change group, and we know that in the future we're going to see more extreme weather events, and so this pull on fresh water is going to be particularly important consideration. Our food systems are pressured on all sides, in part by a growing population. We're going to be 9.8 billion or more by 2050. We know that climate change will impact all industries to some extent, but perhaps most visible will be its impact on agriculture. We're going to see variable impacts across the planet, but expect overall declines in agricultural yields in the future, and also just enhanced difficulty in producing food. At the same time, we have more people entering the middle class, and those folks want to eat those extra delicious but resource-intensive foods like meat and dairy. And we're seeing an increase or a continuation of inequitable food distribution around the globe. So we're actually producing more food than ever before. There's enough food to feed everyone on the planet, but we know that people remain hungry. And I would argue that we're using often unsustainable agricultural practices to do this around the globe. And just a little reminder, when we think about animal-sourced food products, we're just like on a linear trajectory upwards in terms of meat production around the globe as the population grows and people want to eat more meat. And at the same time, that production requires an increased investment in feed production. So that's a consideration for today, is thinking about feed in particular for animals.